40 minutes or so, we're going to go through the analysis. Some of these points you'll agree with. Some of them will be obvious to you, and some you'll disagree with, and that's fine. If you have any questions, please come forward, and we can get a discussion going as well. So if you look at the last probably 50, 60 years, our consumer society is based on three key principles: affluence, seduction, and scale. Is there a little laser pointer on this thing? Yes, there is. Woo, look at that. Perfect. Affluence, seduction, and scale. So what do those mean? Affluence is we all wanted to be better than our parents as far as our lifestyle. We're all striving for middle class or upper middle class. And so affluence meant more buying more things and having more wealth and having better lifestyles. Seduction is how the brand marketers got us, by taking us and persuading us and seducing us to buy this product. This will make you look better. This will make you feel better. This looks good on you, etc. So our whole brand marketing has been a push marketing to seduce us to buy their products. And then finally, scale. You had to have scale to do these things. You had to have a marketing engine, a marketing department. You had to have the advertising budget. You had to have big factories and big manufacturing and large supply chain and big trucks. So scale, seduction, and affluence really defined how our consumer society has come about. This is changing now through technology in a variety of ways that we'll explain in a minute. Right now, the three principles are trust, influence, and personalization. Trust about how we interact with each other. Influence, rather than persuasion, is about how we influence each other. And then personalization, about how it impacts me. We're going to go through each one of these in more detail and give you some of the research behind it to show why we believe these are the three sort of tenet principles behind some of the consumer interaction and the changes that are going on right now. The result of this is a massive change. Okay, we're seeing consumers going from what I own to I am what I do. Think about a food purchase. We used to buy a product. We bought it for what it is. Now we buy it from where did it come from and how was it made. And so this conversion from what I own to what I do is an important one. Consumer drivers from value to values. So we're moving to that affluence to influence model. We're moving from value of the product to values. Is it sustainable? Is it environmentally protection? Does it help my community? Is it local? Relationship. Whoops, sorry. Pushed the wrong button there. Relationships, transaction-based, based on buying something, to trust-based, based on actually interacting with something. Business models that were static, now they're very dynamic. If you look at any corporation, how many times do you go through an organizational change? How many times do we adapt and change leadership roles? The marketing segmented to much more personalized. We're seeing that and we're going to go through several examples on that. And then the need to understand. The premise I give to you is the days of big trends are over. What we're seeing is the signals. We're seeing triggers that are going on. And the trends may be much faster. They peak quickly and they die quickly. But we're looking for triggers of changes in influence and changes of how the consumers are acting. And that's kind of what we have to, as collectively, look for. What are those trigger events that are important to each one of us in our brands? Why? Well, here's kind of the basic data behind this. So why are these three assumptions, these three principles important now, and why are they going forward? Really because of demographic shifts, our changing values, and the hyperconnectivity. And let me kind of dig down at each of those and show you and sort of build up the fact base behind all of this. So how did we do it? Well, in this beginning of the year, we did a consumer survey of 7,000 consumers across 7 countries. The countries were United States, France, United Kingdom, Germany, India, Japan, and China. And we interviewed across multiple cohorts. In fact, we interviewed people from the silent generation, the people that actually experienced World War II. And if you look at this is in 2027. There'll only be about 100 million of the silent generation left at that point in time. Boomers, which I'm part of that cohort, there'll be about 1 billion left in 2027, in 10 years. Generation X, which I'm sure most of you are part of here, will be about 1.4 billion. Millennials, 1.9 billion. And then we haven't even talked about Generation Z. And you know, 2.3 billion. This is our are children born in the year 2000 and forward. You know, the oldest now are 17, going on 18 years old, entering college. These are the true digital natives. They never knew a rotary phone. They never knew life without a cell phone in their pocket. They never knew what it was before an iPad or before online ordering and those types of things. So true digital natives are Generation Z. And then coming right behind them, being born now, are we haven't named it yet, but the Alpha generation. I mean, they're going to be even different because they will actually see physical augmentation and digital augmentation. You know, whether it's going to be through enhanced eyesight or enhanced hearing, whatever. There's going to be a shift. And in fact, one of the kind of stories and jokes people tell is that this is part of Homo sapien version 2.0. Because it now represents our memory, it represents our guidance system, it represents our communication systems, and ultimately this will expand further and become much more integrated into what we are. So we put this survey together.